Alright, welcome back to Sky Odyssey, Lone LD7 style advanced. We are back and we have kind of set up some more of the computer. I moved over the to-do list because it was in the way, but Wood is the next task, then Blood Magic, Void Miners, EMC, blah 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 blah, that's fine. So let's just go over what we've got. Disk drive bay, full of 64s. We are at 2%. Crafting grid, easy. I have it set to JEI synchronize auto selected, and that means if I start typing in the computer, it will search on the right and vice versa. So that's helpful. Crafter manager, once we get some crafters put down, this will show our auto crafting tasks. This is where you make the crafting patterns, and then these are for wireless. So as you can see, I've got 2 with little things. Also built a couple more of those we can upgrade here in a minute, but let me just show you how these things work. So this one's pretty basic. Basically, we've got our receiver, we've got this, so I can use my wireless grid here that I linked, and then we've got an importer to import stuff out of here. Now, as you can see, this is really slow, and there's no way. All these chests will feed back into here. It's just essentially an extra buffer, so I didn't need 3 importers. But let me show you something that you can make to speed up your importing. So there's actually upgrades in this one. Just like in the last one, I forgot to update this at refined. Okay, so now our inventory one is linked up too. So if you go to refined storage, you see these upgrades, right? So make an upgrade, we'll make a bunch of upgrades. We need more quartz iron. Okay, so let's get some of that because I'm certain we're gonna need it. So we'll just grab a few stacks, of that. What else did I want to get while I was here? Lapis, we might need, and emeralds? Sure, why not? But anyway, we'll throw all this stuff back inside. And we're going to go over and do the big reactors in just a minute. I just wanted to showcase this real quick. So we've got our upgrades. So there's a range upgrade, which is helpful, because what I can do is if I go over here, 16 blocks is the range right now. If I throw in 1 range upgrade, 24. If I put in 4, 48 blocks. So that's pretty substantial. Basically what I'm going to do is put these down wherever I have like a terminal or a link or whatever, and kind of use it that way. But yeah, so not too bad. We need, what, more ender pearls? Okay, so I'm just going to grab a shitload of ender pearls. Just to make it easier on myself, I'm going to move this stuff over so I can kind of just drag into the computer. Yeah, I don't like that this mod doesn't have the stacking for ender pearls increased to 64. Like, I feel that is a very easy tweak or really minor change to the pack. That could be made to make it a lot better, just because when you're only able to move 16 at a time, it takes a while. But now we've got 4 more for our last one. We'll grab a couple more. Just, we're going to put some over by the reactor anyway, and we'll want to make a terminal for over in the corner of our EMC factory as well. So we'll get this set up. But there's also speed upgrades. We need some sugar. We'll just put in both while we're here. It doesn't really hurt. I mean, honestly, most of this stuff we can do without using the crafting grid. Like, we can just EMC it and build it in our arcane transmutation tablet. But I also like having the wireless crafting grid. So we're going to build a bunch of these. And what I'm going to do, I actually want to make some stack upgrades. So you have speed and stack. So if you go stack, it's 4 speeds with more sugar, and this will move a full stack of items at a time. So if I put this in here, now when we look in the chest, it moves a full stack at a time as opposed to just 1, and I can upgrade that even further. So we've got 7 now. If I put in all 3 of these, should be moving 4 stacks of items at a time, which is pretty fast. I mean, like, yeah, it could be faster and everything, but not bad for what we've got going at the moment. We're gonna run out of that quartz iron again. Gosh, you need a lot of that quartz iron, huh? I am gonna grab it in blocks instead, and we will just convert that into ingots. So perfect. Okay, that should be enough for the time being, and now we've got almost 1,000 blocks as well, so we shouldn't be running out anytime soon. Okay, now we got some speeds. So what I was going to do is I'm going to take out 2 of these stack upgrades, so 2 stacks, and then I'm going to max it out with 2 more speed upgrades, so it's even faster. And so now it's moving 2 stacks as fast as possible. These chests are going to slowly drain into the first one, and we'll end up with everything inside our computer eventually. So there's that. I did set up a crafting grid over here. I mean, I don't really need to import anything from this setup. I mean, these machines are... Basically, this whole thing could be torn down, but I'm not going to at this point. Here's random reactor stuff. I guess we can move that in. Sure, why not? So I'm just going to kind of clear out the good old inventory, and we'll grab what we need when we need it, because it's pretty easy for us to do. I mean, if I'm being honest, like, yeah, I don't need to keep all that stuff in my inventory. But let's show you how to set up one of these wireless points. So I wanted to hook up the miners into the computer. So the way I'm going to do that, you take an importer and you put it on the chest, if you can land, like that. And then we'll put a range upgrade right there, or range add-on. So see, we're out of range, that's fine. Once we link this, so we go like that, you right click on it, then you go back to one of these transmitters and you put the one that's linked inside, and now those are synced up, so that should be good to go. So let's just fly back over, take a look, and yeah, so you can see we now have this all set up. You can tell because it's glowing blue, and we have wireless again. So I'm just going to grab our upgrades, so range, stack, speed. Cool. So we're going to max this bad boy out with some range upgrades. So we've got some extra storage, or some extra range, rather. Then we're going to take 2 of these, and 2 of these. There we go. So that one's done. And then I know this is kind of redundant, like I could just run a cable over and it wouldn't be that bad. But since we're using wireless anyway, might as well give each one its own point. And this one we're not going to put the range upgrades in, because that has range upgrades, that has it, and that has it. So I don't even need this one realistically, but we'll put it in anyhow, just for funsies. The last thing I do want to get set up, however, is with the reactors. So right now they're doing fine because it's basically set up on EMC, and we have, yeah, enough EMC for our refined uranium to take care of everything over here. But I wanted to show you guys something kind of cool that you can do with EMC and refined storage in particular. So we're just going to set it up over here because this is where our uranium goes. But if I go in here and I take out a drawer, let's just grab 32 stacks per drawer. Perfect. So if I take a drawer, right, and I put that guy right there, I also want a drawer key. I want some uranium, stack of it. So 1 to put in here and lock. Perfect. Now it's locked, so even if it empties that, it won't go away. We'll keep another piece for the other part of this, so EMC, just a personal one. Like, you could use these refined ones and the compressed and everything, but we don't really need to. Like, a regular personal EMC link is going to be good enough. We'll grab some ender conduits and hook up a really simple system. So basically, you have this set to insert, this set to extract, always active, and you put a piece of refined uranium in there, and basically it is going to fill this up. So is there a way? I forget. I think there's a way to upgrade this.